Welcome back, Trinidad and Tobago. The Department of Creative and Festival Arts. We have two representatives, the head of department, Senior Lecturer, Creative and Festival Arts, Mr. Jessel Murray. And joining him, we have lecturer and cast member of the Crucibles, Brendan Lakai. Gentlemen, good morning and welcome.
Good morning. Good morning.
So we have a lot to talk about. A lot is happening this weekend.
Yes.
My first question, Mr. Murray, what is Season of the Arts and what does it hope to achieve?
Well, Season of the Arts is the outward showcase of all that is best about the Department of Creative and Festival Arts. We offer certificate and degree programs at the University of the West Indies in theatre, dance, music, carnival studies and visual arts. And what we have about, over the course of an academic year, we have about 40 productions and exhibitions. And what happens in our second semester is that we tend to have even, the bulk of them tend to be featured, hence what we call our Season of the Arts, which is also our public interface, our public outreach of performances and exhibitions. And so this particular weekend, most of our divisions are going to be on show: visual arts, theatre, music, and dance in the various productions.
So we have a lot to look forward to.
We have a lot to look forward in a packed weekend, which actually started on Wednesday with our visual arts exhibition. And then we have the Crucible, of which Brendan is a part, which opens for a 2-week run at the Learning and Resource Center. And then we have a one spot of on Sunday of Carmina Burana, which is music and dance, which is a scenic cantata. It's a master choral work, which is going to be done as well. So this is our public interface. This is what we do, and this is how we tell the public, no, we're just not people in some building somewhere. This is how we come out and say, this is who we are, and come and see us and interface with us.
So over the years, the response has been great, I would imagine.
Yeah, definitely. In terms of the fact that the public gets an eye to see these young artists come up and perform, share. And it's not only just, when we think about it, as because we're the School of the Arts, people think it's just, well, that's students doing something. No, it's the best of the best.
Right.
And a focus on really, I think, sharing the relationship between the art and society, artists and society, that kind of thing.
So the response has been great.
The response is all, I mean, people really do come out, and of course we invite, we start with secondary schools. We ask secondary schools, primary schools as well, to come and see what we do, and for them to envision what it is like to be a part of the arts. You know, we're still talking within Trinidad and Tobago about diversification of the economy, but we live it. We are, and the Greater University has its, you know, they have their own particular mandates, but we are a part of that mandate in diversifying and also beautifying the university. You know, in an unfortunate way, the part of the senior side of the university came to us this particular week. You know, we lost a student in some very sad circumstances, and you know, and what we say, you know what, we have to lift. We have to lift the society. We have to lift ourselves, but we have to lift the society as well through our art. So it's not a matter of just even of entertainment, but we educate, we inform, and we are here to uplift our society. And of course, we are part of the society, so we are uplifting ourselves.
Mr. Lakai, what is the Crucible about?
Well, the Crucible, in a local parlance, is bacchanal upon bacchanal upon bacchanal. It's a play written by Arthur Miller. If you know Arthur Miller, he's one of the better known playwrights within the American drama fraternity. The Crucible is actually a classic in terms of American drama. It's set in Salem, Massachusetts in 1692. All right, and it's talking about the Salem, we know the witch trials and so on. And so there's talk about witchcraft, there's talk about the Satan and its effect on this small community within Salem, Massachusetts. And in terms of how things like fear, fear in the community, how the abuse of power impacts the community. And what really Arthur Miller is talking about, if you know Arthur Miller, he's the one who married Marilyn Monroe after a while, that kind of thing. But he's a socialist. at heart, and he's making his commentary on society, and he's using the Salem witch trials as a lens to talk about what was happening the play was first written in 1953, and at that time, you know, there was McCarthyism, that whole hunt for the communism, and that whole movement against, and that fear against the Soviet Union entering and spying on, which is a kind of way, if you look at the modern time, in terms of what's happening now, you can draw lines, similar lines. But he's using the story of the Salem witch trials, and it's based loosely on the history of it, of the historical record as it actually took place, where a whole number of people were hanged, and they were accused of being involved in witchcraft and that kind of thing. And he's equating it to what was happening during the time of McCarthyism, and that what he called a term, the witch hunt, looking for people who were part of this communist movement within America and spying on America and that kind of thing. So there's that kind of analogy, and for the students working on this production, they get an idea of how well, in terms of the American framework, how arts and theater is used as a tool to speak to various issues and speak to things and movements within society that need to be commented on, that need to, where the society needs to apply a kind of critical eye and look at how they're moving and the kinds of decisions they're making. So they get that experience, but as a story on its own, The Crucible is, it's as I say, bacchanal, right? And it's a very, very strong, well-written drama, and it's always a plus, especially for groups working together, especially within theatre, to do that type of play. It's written for group work and ensemble work. And so it's a really nice opportunity for the students to actually engage in it, look at a different way of doing theatre, as well as get to work with some of our experienced staff.
Like himself.
But the play is directed by senior lecturer, retired Dr. Danny Lindesay. If you know Dr. Lindesay, fabulous director, but she's also lecturing theatre, as well as the person who formulated the Arts and Action Unit at the Department of Creative and Festival Arts. And so she's a wealth of knowledge, a wealth of experience, and what we can guarantee is that the public, when they come and see The Crucible, they're going to see a wonderful piece of drama.
Great. Yeah. And the Carmina Burana, I know you touched on it a little bit. What else should we know about it?
Well, the Carmina Burana is one of the most famous set of the choral works. I mean, when you hear the opening, and if I sang a few, which I won't do, right? But if I did the opening of it, you say, oh, I know that. And that's the reaction of everybody. You hear it for every war movie, every documentary. And we are doing the entire work. It's just over an hour long, plus works for percussion as well. And it's what it's called a scenic cantata. And we have added the composer was Carl Off. His original intent was to have dance with it. So we're going to have dance with it. It's a mass of forces. You're talking about 100 persons on stage, because there's chorale, there's steel, there's percussion, soloists and dancers. And it's in 3 parts. And we sing most of it in Latin, some in German. But I tell you, if you see the translation, some of it is, if Brendan talked about bacchanal, this is bacchanal as well. It's a wonderful lyrics. First part of it deals with sort of a spring. Second part deals with these priests, because it's a 13th century manuscript, which is set in the 20th century. So we have these priests singing in a rapid thing about that everybody drinks. And then in the last part of it, it deals with I have to call 2 words, love and lust. It's an absolutely wonderful work that everybody should hear. And it's a sort of work which I love to program, because university students should have the opportunity to perform this type of work as part of their experience.
Great. So who is invited to this event, and where exactly is it?
All right. Well, there are three different places. We haven't touched at all about that, our visual arts exhibition, the degree exhibition, which focuses on fine art as well as design, because we offer those at the Department of Creative and Festival Arts. They had an invitation only opening on Wednesday evening, but now it's open to the public in partnership and at the National Museum and Art Gallery, and that's free, and people can come in, and there's also an artist talk where our young artists will get to discuss their works. So that's ongoing for the next 2 weeks. The Crucible opens tonight. It's tonight, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and next weekend at the Learning Resource Center at the University of the West Indies. Public is invited. Tickets available at the LRC as well as at the Department of Creative and Festival Arts. And for one night only, we are always so quote-unquote at the mercy of our external venues, so sometimes our performances coincide. So on Sunday evening is a Carmina Burana, which is at the National Academy for the Performing Arts, one performance only, and tickets available at Creative Arts or also at the Napa box office.
You could call us 272 DCFA.
DCFA.
Yeah, 272 DCFA or
272-3232.
Yeah.
Great, gentlemen. Thank you so much. Indeed, a pleasure chatting with you. Very exciting stuff. I'm sure the response will be overwhelming.
Thank you very much for having us.
A pleasure.